Hi, this is Kim Watson. Welcome to my weekly outlook on the cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm probably going to upset a lot of people here, and I don't really mean to, because I really like the idea of cryptocurrencies. So sometimes I seem a little bit bearish on them. Do you know, I'm not at all bearish on, well, I am bearish because that's the way they're pointing at the moment. But realistically, I think there's a great future for the blockchain, and some of these currencies will remain. Of course, some will get washed out. There were all sort of scams in the past on some of the currencies and coins, so there's no surprise if they disappear off there. I did ask a question a long time ago: are we seeing the effectively .com of the cryptos? And we could be, and it's not a bad thing. It didn't do any harm to the Nasdaq, etc. when it got wiped out. Or I say wiped out, but pared right the way back, and a lot of the ridiculously scam companies were thrown away. Or went bust, should I say. And the same will happen maybe on the coins, but it's possibly not a bad thing. Those people that are telling me it's great, you can buy here, you can buy here, buy here, why don't you just wait for a reversal? And we're not seeing any reversals at the moment, so at the moment I remain bearish. And I think if you take that hard-hitting approach, there was a time to be bullish on cryptos, but it's not now, is it? It's selling. It's a bit like catching a knife. And I've seen some really badly applied technical analysis to why you should be buying Ethereum right now, and it's we may be getting a bounce off the 103 area or whatever, but realistically I think it actually went beyond 103. It did. It went all the way down to 100, and they claim that's a bounce, and look what it's doing now. It's all people's opinions. Now I've got an opinion too, as everyone else says, I'm sure, and as I said, I believe there's a future in these coins. Some of them will be washed aside. I'm not suggesting Bitcoin for one moment. I think it's survived so far. It will survive. There'll be few people wanting to mine it at the moment, that's for sure, because it's below a lot of cost bases for a lot of people. However, I'm sure there's a future, certainly a future with blockchain technology. Now, so what are we expecting here? Well, I've got no idea where it'll go, how low it'll go, but what I can tell you is generally when we start seeing a reversal, we get a chance to move on it. Now, that doesn't mean one day for me, and yes, I won't be the first one in if I decide to think, well, this is bottoming out here, but I will allow it to show me the way, and it's just a case of allowing yourself to take some basic technical analysis and let it show you way. Just I'll give you some examples back here in terms of this movement. If I can get a pen going, it'll be good. There we go. You had this sort of low, and people were calling for the bottom around here. Yeah, sure enough, there's a bottom. However, would it have hurt too much if you'd got in here as opposed to here? Yes, you'd have missed out on a chunk for sure, but you would have still had opportunities to take some or see some upward movement. I'm not suggesting you'd have seen it go all the way up the top, as some people would have liked to have seen it run, but you'd have seen some movement. So all I'm suggesting is to take some basic technical analysis, look for some for me, Bitcoin would be at least a daily view, maybe even looking at the weekly view to see what's going, because at the moment it looks like it hasn't really reached the lows. There's potential, as I said last week, of going down towards that $3,000 mark. It could push on down to 2,000. It could go beyond. Why not just wait until it starts showing us the beyond if necessary? Looking at the buyers, who would have been too disappointed for buying at this point here when it had confirmed a higher low so I say this point badly drawn here? Who would have been disappointed at buying there? I mean, I'm not going to suggest that Bitcoin will ever go to any particular level. All we can look at is in terms of standard technical analysis, where we look for highs and lows in the market and look maybe for a percentage retracement. I mean, at the moment you'd be quite happy just trading it, I'm sure, back to that sort of 5.8, 5.9 area, which was the bottom before. But we'll see how it goes. As I said, I would look at the daily basis and look to see a bottom put in there. You may catch a divergence or something if you want, but again, I would be modest and conservative rather, and wait for a confirmation of that divergence. So these markets at the moment is it's all pretty much the same sign. They're all selling off at the moment, big moves down. Not a major shock for some of them in terms of just technical price action. Forget the pros and cons. Ripple seems to hold up as much as any other pairing here, and has done pretty well, but it too has sold off at the moment. There may be an opportunity to buy into that at a later point when it starts putting reversals in, but it's the most sound. Ethereum, as I said, I've heard people calling it the lows in because it's come to some dodgy channel. Well, channels you can buy on the bottom of a channel, but it's never a safe place. There's always risk associated with every trade, of course. But so where do you look for on this on a weekly basis? I would just wait, as I say, until it starts showing the signs. And it's patience. If you really want to get a good price, you just wait for the best price. Unlike the Black Friday sales where you just get a dodgy price, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, some potential still to go down on all of these pairs. I'm just flicking through here. They've all got lower highs, lower lows. They're all selling off. Catching the knife at the moment is crazy in my book, but you know, some people may be averaging in or whatever they may be doing, but for now they're in strong downward trends. So there you go. Sorry if it's not what you really wanted to hear, but that's the way it's looking at the moment, and I'm sure at some opportunity there will be opportunities, but it's just made it a matter of patience. Have a great one. Bye for now.